Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic host of Bachelor Nation News. Did we all put down our pitchforks? Did we all calm down after Tuesday night's episode? Are we all still angry and choosing sides? Well, we have Susie and Clayton saying, hey, we were both valid. We both made mistakes. We both had points. And guess what? They're happy. They discuss how interesting it's been, you know, being in a relationship the last 4 months and watching people, you know, be like, I'm Team Susie. I'm Team Clayton. And it's like, I'm Team Love. And I'm glad they found it. Did they find it? And if they lose it, that's fine too, because who cares? Don't forget it's Friday and we have to smile. I got my smile shirt on. We'll get into this video right now. You know, for my anniversary last night, my fiance got me a bunch of facial products, which is so funny because she bought me these products and then she goes, can I try them? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure she just wanted products and she gave them to me. So I'm like, all right, I'll let you use it. This is a moisturizing toner. Again, these aren't sponsorships, but anyway, once you get to my age, your skin becomes like a desert plant. It takes whatever moisture it can get. Oh boy, I'm ready to go. I'm mystified, folks. Let's go. Oh, don't I look nice now? Oh my gosh. When you start aging in your mid to late 30s, you just want to look wet all the time. That's what you need to do. All right, let's get into it. I made a TikTok yesterday and I've angered the chiropractor community. 60,000 views and counting. If you want to watch that, it's on my TikTok, D Neals. Yeah. I made a quick little TikTok. All of a sudden, people are enraged by it. It's a funny joke. And I'll put that on my Instagram later if you refuse to get a TikTok. All right, let's get into it. Here's the first clip. I'll play 3 clips of Susie and Clayton. They're doing the rounds. They're essentially having the same conversations with every podcast, and I'm just trying to sift through them to find new information out. I'm basically like the guy who showed up to the gold rush 2 years too late. And I'm like, where's all the gold? And it's like, well, we already got it all. So that's where we're at.
That I agree with are the ones that say Clayton, you know, had every right to explore these relationships and Susie had every right to, you know, walk away. And like people who are respecting both sides, those are the only ones where I'm like, that's like spot on. And that's how we feel. We both felt that we both were valid. And we don't like, it's really hard right now to see everybody basically taking sides because we're like, they don't know we're together. So people are taking sides and they're splitting and they're being divisive and they're like claiming these absolutes. And we're 4 months past it. And we're together and we both see each other's perspective and we both have given each other grace where we've needed to. And so I think, for me, I'm like, anyone that supports me, like, just know, like I would say, pretty picky. I think we're both pretty picky people when it comes to dating. Like we have high standards, and the only comments I see I agree with are
They've got high standards. Thank you so much. We love to hear what you had to say about that. Clayton and Serena. Is that her name? I'm just free. Where's my wand? I'm forgetting people's names. You ever do that? You know, when someone's not been on the show in at least a season, I forget who they are. But fantastic. Cash those checks, Becca and Serena. Is it Serena? God, there's so many people. There's 3 Serenas. I think that's a Serena. You'll let me know in the comment sections. Anyway, it's a clip, obviously. All right, so people who are respecting both sides, those comments are spot on. Well, I think they're basically saying my comments are spot on. And it's like, look, we understand that Clayton made mistakes. We understood that Susie maybe didn't define the relationship in the right way, but they're pretty spot on. Now, you know, I went on Morgan Talks podcast, and I'm going to share it with you guys right now, just this 10-second clip that I had. So this was just a clip I had from Morgan Morgan Talks Pop. So here it is.
Have picked either one of them.
It's like every guy at the bar, right? 10:30 p.m. I love this person. They leave with another guy. 11:30. You're the love of my life. You know, and it's just like that. Clayton is the guy at the bar. Like, who's left? What do we got? I said what I said, and I think it makes sense. Let's keep it going.
I mean, the breakup, unfortunately, I don't even want to say that because you're happy together now, but the breakup in Iceland versus now. So can you just fill us in on everything that transpired to get us to where we are today?
The last thing we saw, just for context, is Susie getting in the car and Clayton standing in Iceland. So we want every detail from that moment to now, please.
A lot has happened. I can say that I was the first person to reach out pretty.
By the way, can you guys hear that there's an echo? I mean, this is a professional Bachelor podcast. Bachelor's owned by ABC, which is owned by Disney Worldwide Productions. And the best they can do is like echo. They don't even have Susie's face on the screen? Can we demand better? I get it. We've been in a pandemic. We're Zooming. But, like, there's better technology. I'm some jabroni hanging out in a T-shirt. I don't even have shorts. I'm naked, right? I don't have clothes on. And I got better audio. Well, come on, guys. Step it up.
Soon after Iceland. And I didn't reach out with the intentions of restarting a relationship or knowing where that conversation was going to go. But I think we both had been through a lot and we both loved each other a lot. And I just wanted to reach out and ask for one more conversation with him. And if he was interested, and we pretty much talked until we fell asleep.
By the way, for what it's worth, Becca is the queen of Bachelor. Look at this straw she's got. She's got one of those big, that's like one of those venti straws. You know what I mean? They're essentially like stiff garden hoses. But speaking of the fantasy suite.
For it was like 5 hours, our first conversation. And then every conversation since then is pretty much the same one.
Boy, Clayton's a real talker, isn't he? Let your lady speak.
Yeah, I remember after the first
He's like, yeah. And she's like, so anyway, guys, I'm trying to make this interesting.
Conversation, at the end of it, I was like, should I call you tomorrow? Like, is this 5 hours and we're just done? What are we doing? And she's like, you can call me tomorrow if you want. And when she first reached out, in the DM, she slid
into the DMs.
Safe. Hey, listen. I love Susie and Clayton. They both have, Clayton's got the dimple. He's got the dimple underbite smile. And then Susie's got that Goldie Hawn, like, kind of smile. She's got, I don't know if you guys get the Goldie Hawn reference, but Goldie Hawn was born smiling. Goldie Hawn came out of the womb like, I'm a woman, and then Susie's got that. And I love it. I love it. I think they got great energy.
And that's how they always do it.
Yeah.
And I was just scrolling through my DMs because I was actually I was still just traveling back, and I'm scrolling.
Clayton's like, I was scrolling through my DMs trying to find a hookup after getting destroyed on TV in Iceland.
Through my DMs, and all of a sudden I see her name. I was like, this has got to be some fake account trying to catch me. Like they're trying to already spoil the ending. So I had to click on, and I had to do some recon, and saw that the account was legitimate. And
by the way, the fact that Clayton even saw her message, look, I'm just a lowly power recapper of Bachelor Nation. These are my requests, right? You guys, I only have 13,000 followers, and I have just endless supplies of people. So if anyone's ever upset that I didn't get back to you, I literally, the only time I check my DMs is when I'm using the bathroom. And unless I've had, too much Taco Bell, I'm not going to get back to these folks. So the fact that he was able to find Susie is kind of impressive. Like, what would have happened? This is what I love. This is like the new Nicholas Sparks type of movie. What would have happened if he didn't see her text? She would have been like, oh, F him, and they would have gone their separate ways. But instead, they found love in a hopeless place.
And yeah, then like she said, we just talked day after day after day, and then finally I think I was the one that made the push. I said, hey, we should try to meet up. I mean, we keep talking and this is great, but what is this? Are we going to try to,
what is this?
Well, I mean, because I was trying to put a title under something. I was like, give me, I don't know what
are we doing?
Susie, what are we?
Yeah. I was like, what are we doing here? I was like, we're both having fun, but is this just for temporary, for whatever? So, I asked her, I said, hey, we should try to meet back up and just take a weekend together, and we'll find out whether or not we want to continue from that point. And now we're, I guess, 4 months from that point. And
well, how long, Susie, did you wait to reach out? Was it a couple days after Iceland? Was it a couple weeks?
Was it that night?
I got my phone, I called my parents, and then I slid into Clayton's DMs. Because
boom, boom, boom.
Yes. I knew in my heart leaving Iceland, I was like, this isn't over for me. But I also knew that, to be quite honest, I was freaked out about everything. And I didn't know the capacity which I wanted Clayton in my life. I felt like after our fantasy suite date.
My fiance is the same way. I don't know the capacity in which I want Dave in my life. I'm in the other room here just, spritzing myself.
Night, I was like, why did that switch flip for him where we went from trying to talk things out to I felt like it kind of got turned, and I was just like, what was that? Well,
so this is complicated, right? Because she said they were trying to talk things out. He flipped, and again, he obviously had a limbic flare. It wasn't healthy. He needs to address that. But he flipped because she gave him an ultimatum post-mortem, right? She gave him an ultimatum hey, look, if you hooked up with these girls, I don't think I can. And he's like, I can't take it back. We already did what we did. So he was upset that essentially she didn't warn him beforehand. He would have been like, I wouldn't have put the dipstick in the thing, but I did that. And again, and then people comment, well, he should have known. It's like, if I had $1 for every time I've heard, you should have known better. Well, yeah, I should have, but I didn't. And now here we are.
And we didn't really have the time or the capacity, the ability to have all of the conversations we needed to have for me to be like, okay, I want to have a relationship with you. So I knew I needed to break things off because I had to let Clayton go in that moment. And I also knew, it sounds crazy to say, but I knew that there were other people in Iceland that loved him and that he loved. And I was like, if me breaking this off gives him that clarity to go be with somebody else, and like, I have to support that because I don't know if I want to be with him right now. And yeah, we took a step back, several steps back, and then it's given me a lot of clarity. And now I feel like I really know who Clayton is. And now I feel like, yeah, I'm comfortable, and we were comfortable taking the steps that we took to be like becoming boyfriend, girlfriend.
All right. Yeah. Well said, Clayton. Listen, she's got a great point. The power dynamics for The Bachelor lead to a lot of women chasing after men, and some men don't like that. They might not know that, but some men like to chase after a woman, and you don't get that on The Bachelor. You don't. She walked away, and while she slid into his DMs after, she's making him work for it. Make your partner work for it. All right, last clip.
I want to know what's in store for the two of you. Clayton, I
want to know what love is.
In together, but do you know where, when, anything?
And I want you to...
We're moving out of Iceland, guys. We got to that point of the interview.
Out of
Congratulations. You made it.
We never need to go back to Iceland.
No, we don't.
Yeah, no, I think for me going into this whole experience, I stepped away from my job and sold my condo and just uprooted myself so that I could really make this have the best chance at like having a lasting relationship.
Well, I mean, look, let's Clayton. He's like, I sold my it's a good time to sell a condo. Prices are at an all-time high. It's good that, you sold a condo in what, Scottsdale or Missouri? Boy, you really paved the way for decency here.
From this whole experience. And so with that, we're moving into Virginia right away. Like right.
Woo!
Wow.
Moving to Virginia.
Congratulations.
Yay.
They say Virginia's for lovers.
Oh yeah.
That's
Susie, we went to
tagline.
Virginia on my season, and I had so many shirts and like koozies that said Virginia is for lovers that I'm going to ship them all to the two of you.
Wait, is that a real thing? Susie didn't just make that up right now.
No, it's their motto. It's like,
okay, Serena's from Canada. She doesn't realize that. But if you're from the United States and you didn't know Virginia's for lovers, you need to travel more. By the way, they have Love gas stations, which have the best gas station food and pretty good toilets. They have good bathrooms. You got to know where your good bathrooms are.
Oh, way.
Now, but if you don't have a Love's gas station and you are ever traveling and you find a Pilot travel center, Pilot is also a great place. They've always got like, they got the food on the heat lamps, but it's, I've yet to get sick eating it, and that's where the bar is set.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Yeah, so we're doing that, and then just because again, I think it makes the most sense to, if you really find out if a relationship can work once you move in with somebody, and so we just feel like, hey, let's do this, let's find out, and so we're doing that, and then we'll we have some exciting things coming up. I'll move straight there, and then we'll go back to Scottsdale to grab all of my stuff out of my apartment with my brother, and then we're gonna do a road trip cross country.
Road trip.
Probably a 10-day trip. We still haven't picked out final locations, but we just want to be able to.
Listen, Clayton, if your road tripping is like anything with me and my fiance, then you'll agree to each do driving 50% of the time, and then you'll end up driving 99% of the time. And then when it's her turn to drive, she'll be like, I'm tired. And you're like, give me the wheel. Anyway, I'm better at choosing podcasts. Anyway, folks, let me know what you guys think. I'm going to do some Patreon content today, patreon.com/Dave Neal. If you want private membership-only videos, I'll be doing tons of live streams. You can go check that out over there. We'll have other videos coming your way. It's a free-form Friday, so we'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye now.